In today's society, the notion that men are devoid of feelings often prevails. This stereotype paints a picture of stoicism, where emotional expression is equated with weakness. But are men truly emotionless, or is there more beneath the surface? Understanding men's emotional experiences requires a caring and empathetic approach that acknowledges the complexity of their feelings. By exploring the stereotypes, societal pressures and influences that contribute to this perception, we can better comprehend the reality of men's emotions. The stereotype of emotionless men is deeply ingrained in societal norms and expectations. From a young age, boys often learn that showing vulnerability is not in line with being manly. This has led to limited social support networks for men, as seeking support or openly discussing feelings often conflicts with male role expectations. Consequently, men may grow up feeling that they must suppress their emotions to fit into these predefined roles. Over time, this can result in the false belief that men do not experience feelings as deeply or as frequently as others. These societal norms are perpetuated by the reinforcement of certain behaviors and attitudes. For instance, emotional resilience and stoicism are often celebrated in men, while expressions of sadness or anxiety are sometimes seen as weaknesses. Such attitudes can create an environment where men feel pressured to hide their true emotional states, leading to a disconnect between their internal experiences and outward expressions. This disconnect fosters the stereotype that men are emotionless, overlooking the rich and complex emotional lives they actually lead. The way boys are raised profoundly shapes their emotional expression. From an early age, many boys receive clear, albeit often unspoken messages about what emotions are acceptable to show. They may be told to man up when they cry or to toughen up when they feel afraid. These directives can lead boys to believe that vulnerability is a flaw rather than a natural human experience. Over time, they may learn to bottle up their emotions, fearing ridicule or rejection if they show their true feelings. Family dynamics also play a crucial role. If a boy grows up in an environment where emotional stoicism is valued or emotional discussions are rare, he may internalize these norms. Fathers, male relatives, and even female caregivers can unknowingly perpetuate these standards through their own behaviors and attitudes toward emotions. Additionally, cultural influences often emphasize traditional masculine traits like independence and toughness, further discouraging boys from openly expressing their emotions. As they transition into adulthood, these ingrained beliefs can make it challenging for men to break free from the emotional constraints they have lived with for so long. Understanding this context is essential to fostering a more supportive environment where men feel safe to express their full range of emotions. Societal pressures also contribute significantly to the emotional suppression seen in many men. For example, younger generations like Gen Z are experiencing heightened levels of stress. Gen Z adults report a stress level of 6.1 out of 10 on average, which is notably higher than other generations. This statistic underscores the immense pressure faced by young men to conform to traditional masculinity while simultaneously dealing with contemporary challenges. These societal expectations can make it difficult for men to openly express their feelings without fear of judgment or ridicule. Men are often expected to exhibit strength, independence, and resilience, traits that are seen as incompatible with vulnerability. This can lead to the internalization of the idea that expressing emotions is a sign of weakness. As a result, many men may struggle with feelings of isolation and emotional disconnection. The pressure to meet these traditional masculine ideals can be overwhelming, pushing men to hide their true emotional states. These societal pressures create an environment where men feel they must prioritize stoicism over emotional authenticity. Understanding these pressures is crucial to fostering a more supportive and empathetic environment where men feel safe to express their full range of emotions. The role of media in shaping perceptions. Media plays a pivotal role in molding our views of masculinity and emotional expression. Through movies, television shows, and advertisements, men are frequently depicted as strong, silent types who rarely show vulnerability. These portrayals subtly teach boys and men that to be truly masculine, they must suppress their emotions. The characters they see on screen often resolve conflicts with stoicism and toughness, reinforcing the notion that emotional restraint is synonymous with strength. However, there are emerging examples of media challenging these outdated stereotypes. Shows and films that depict men as emotionally expressive and vulnerable are starting to gain traction. These positive portrayals offer a more nuanced view of masculinity, showing that strength and sensitivity can coexist. Still, these examples are often overshadowed by the traditional images that have dominated for so long. The media's influence extends beyond entertainment. It shapes cultural norms and individual self-perception. When men see limited representations of emotional diversity, they may feel isolated or ashamed of their own emotional experiences. By advocating for and consuming media that reflects a broader spectrum of male emotional expression, we can help redefine what it means to be a man in today's world. The difference between emotional expression and feeling. Understanding the difference between feeling emotions and expressing them is essential. Men, like all human beings, experience a wide range of emotions. However, societal expectations often make it difficult for them to openly express what they feel. This can create a misconception that men are emotionless, when in reality they may simply be more guarded in their emotional expressions. The pressure to maintain a facade of stoicism can lead men to suppress their emotions, resulting in a disconnect between their internal emotional experiences and how they present themselves to the world. Recognizing this distinction can help us better support the men in our lives, acknowledging their feelings even when they are not visibly expressed. By fostering environments that encourage open emotional expression, we can help men navigate their emotions more freely and authentically. The impact of mental health on emotional expression. Mental health challenges significantly affect how men express their emotions. In the United States, approximately 6 million men suffer from depression each year. Alarmingly, men die by suicide at a rate 4 times higher than women, with men accounting for 79% of the 38,364 suicides. These statistics highlight the critical need to address the mental health challenges that many men face, often in silence. The stigma surrounding mental health can make it especially difficult for men to seek help or share their struggles. Societal expectations often discourage men from admitting they need support, equating vulnerability with weakness. This can lead to a harmful cycle where men feel isolated and unable to express their emotions, exacerbating their mental health issues. The pressure to appear strong and unaffected can prevent men from reaching out, further deepening their emotional struggles. Encouraging open conversations about mental health is essential. By normalizing discussions around mental well-being, we can break down the barriers that prevent men from seeking help. Creating safe spaces where men feel understood and supported can make a significant difference. When men feel that their emotions are validated, they are more likely to express themselves openly, paving the way for better mental health outcomes. Encouraging open emotional expression in men starts with creating environments where they feel safe to express their emotions. This begins by fostering open conversations and normalizing vulnerability. To achieve this, it's crucial to listen without judgment and validate their feelings, showing that their emotional experiences are both understood and respected. When men feel that their emotions are met with empathy rather than criticism, they are more likely to share openly. Support networks, whether through mental health awareness initiatives, community groups, or close-knit friendships, play a significant role in encouraging emotional expression. These networks can offer a space where men feel less isolated and more connected to others who understand their struggles. In these supportive environments, men can practice expressing their feelings and receive feedback that reinforces the value of vulnerability. Educating men about emotional literacy is also essential. Teaching the skills needed to identify, articulate, and manage emotions can empower men to communicate their feelings more effectively. Workshops, counseling, and resources focused on emotional health can provide practical tools for navigating complex emotions. Family members and friends can also help by modeling open emotional expression. When men see those around them comfortably sharing their feelings, it can inspire them to do the same. Encouraging men to engage in reflective practices, such as journaling or mindfulness, can further support their journey towards emotional authenticity. By taking these steps, we can create a culture that celebrates rather than stigmatizes male emotional expression. Strong, supportive relationships play a vital role in helping men navigate and express their emotions. When men feel understood and accepted by family, friends, or partners, they are more likely to share their inner experiences without fear of judgment. These connections can offer a safe space where vulnerability is met with empathy and encouragement. Building deep, meaningful relationships fosters emotional literacy, allowing men to articulate their feelings more effectively. Partners and close friends can serve as sounding boards, providing valuable feedback and reassurance that expressing emotions is a natural and healthy part of human experience. When men see emotional openness modeled by those they trust, they feel more confident in revealing their own feelings. Additionally, supportive relationships can act as a buffer against societal pressures that discourage emotional expression. In these nurturing environments, men can challenge traditional norms and explore a more authentic version of themselves. Encouraging reflective practices within relationships, such as open conversations or shared moments of introspection, further supports men in their journey toward emotional authenticity. By fostering connections that prioritize understanding and empathy, we can help men feel more comfortable expressing their emotions, ultimately leading to healthier and more fulfilling relationships. Moving forward, redefining masculinity involves celebrating the full spectrum of human emotions and acknowledging that vulnerability is a sign of strength, not weakness. By embracing diverse forms of masculinity, we can create an environment where men feel comfortable expressing their true selves. This shift requires both societal and individual efforts. On a societal level, we need to challenge and change the outdated norms that equate emotional suppression with being manly. On an individual level, each of us can support the men in our lives by validating their feelings and encouraging open emotional expression. Educational programs and media representation play crucial roles in this transformation. By highlighting stories and characters that depict men as both strong and emotionally expressive, we offer new role models for younger generations to look up to. In daily life, small actions like listening without judgment and showing empathy can make a significant difference. As we work towards this change, it's essential to remember that redefining masculinity benefits everyone. When men feel free to express their emotions, they can build deeper connections, improve their mental health, and lead more fulfilling lives. Together, we can create a culture that celebrates emotional authenticity and redefines what it truly means to be a man. Breaking the stereotype of the emotionless man is essential for building a society where everyone feels seen and understood. By recognizing the deep emotional lives that men lead, we can foster an environment that values authenticity over outdated notions of stoicism. It's crucial to support men in their journey towards emotional openness, providing empathy and understanding every step of the way. This shift not only benefits men, but enriches our collective human experience. Together, we can cultivate a world where emotional expression is celebrated, leading to more genuine connections and improved mental well-being for all.